Hello. So a question I get asked a lot by customers and people is how to cleanse and charge your crystals. Any crystals that you buy from me do actually come cleansed and charged ready for use. So you don't actually even need to worry about that for quite a little while once you first got them, especially for a lot of new crystal owners do ask me what they need to do when they arrive. Unless you're feeling the push to do something with them, you literally don't need to do anything with them when you first receive them because it's all done by me for you. There are lots of different ways you can cleanse and charge your crystals. I am going to do a full video of all the different ways and techniques that you can do it, but a lot of people do get stuck in the hype of it's a full moon, I must charge my crystals every full moon. I used to do it as well. Every full moon I used to take them all outside. All the water safe crystals would go outside and I'd charge them, but I used to put a lot of pressure on myself to do that. And by doing that, my energy wasn't really quite as good as it should be because it became more of a chore. So I would advise not to put too much pressure on yourself. If you don't put your crystals out in the full moon, they're not going to lose all of their healing powers. You're just going to stress yourself out more. So what I always recommend is to take the path of least resistance. So if by dragging all of your crystals out onto the lawn, it's going to cause hassle and funny looks from the neighbours probably as well, and it's going to cause more stress, then don't do it. There's other ways you can do it and that would be more suited to you. The reason I don't give massive a list of instructions to new customers and every time you buy crystals is because it's very personal to you. The way that you practice using crystals and working with crystals is very personal to you. So I could give you a whole list of instructions of how I think you should do it. But if your energy and intention isn't aligned with that, then it's not going to be of any benefit to you. The quickest way you can charge your crystals is actually by using selenite. So if you have any selenite, this is a raw selenite stick. Quickest and simplest way would be, this is a lepidolite tower, just to circle the selenite around there. Or you can use the selenite as a charging plate, pop your tumblestones on the top. You can put your crystals on the window so you don't need to take them outside. If you'd like to charge them in the moonlight, you can do, but you do need to be aware that crystals that can't be in water aren't suited to be left outside in case it rains, and you've got to think about things like that and damage to the crystals. Also, if you're leaving them out in the sunlight, crystals such as rose quartz can bleach, their colour can bleach in the sunlight. So the most popular ways to cleanse your crystals is using a smudge stick. So you'll just light that and use that to circle around the crystals and over them to charge them. Off the top of my head, quickest ways to do it is using selenite, sunlight, moonlight. You can pop them in even brown rice or white rice just to get rid of the negativity. Things like your crystal bracelets, if you're feeling that their energy is getting a little stagnant, you can just pop them under cold running water. Obviously you need to be aware of which crystals are water safe and which aren't. Pop them under clear running water because they do pick up a lot of negativity and protect you from a lot of negativity. So just pop them in clear running water and that gives them a nice freshen up. So things like that would help. And you can also do that with your tumblestones, anything like that, pendants, anything that you're wearing. So you can even cleanse and charge crystals with sound, so using singing bowls, music, anything along those lines. So there are lots of different ways to do it, which I will go into more detail, but what I'd just like to get through on this video is just not to put too much pressure on yourself. You might see somebody on Instagram or Facebook doing all these new moon rituals. A lot of people during the new moon and the full moon do suffer from lower energy. So if you're going to put all the pressure on yourself to do these fantastic rituals, all you're going to do is end up burning yourself out. You can use the full moon and the new moon energy on the few days before and the few days after, which is what I tend to do. So if I'm doing any rituals, I tend to do them a couple of days after the full moon or a couple of days before the full moon, because I normally feel a little bit more energetic and a little bit more productive at those times. So just sit and tune into what feels right to you. If you're struggling to know what feels right to you and you're questioning yourself and you're comparing and everything's getting a little bit too much in your head and too much into thought and ego, just take a few breaths. Just slow your breathing down. Take a few intentional breaths in through your nose, out through your nose. Pop your hand on your heart. Just take a little moment for you and just tune in. Just say to yourself or out loud, what do I need now? What will serve me best? And something will come into your head straight away. And that is what is right for you. So like I say, I won't give you a massive list of instructions. I won't give you a protocol of what you should do with your new crystals and where you should put them and how you should store them and what you should do with them and how you should use them and, you know, what day and what time you should be doing certain things, because that's just completely counterproductive and it's not going to serve you and the way that you'd like to receive results and work with your crystals. So I will leave you with that. Like I said, I will do a more detailed video of how you can cleanse and charge your crystals. But for now, take the pressure off yourself. Use selenite if you have selenite, and pop your crystals on the windowsill if that is easier for you, rather than taking them out into the full moon. So I'll leave you with that for now, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.